favorites in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air, it's St. Clair. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Here comes the offense on second down. Might be changing the route. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Porter. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner. Got the speed, got the complete.
And it's caught inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Porter. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to it?
Touchdown, Ohio State! All of that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, running back gets the give. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Caught near the sticks. It's Price. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab on the left. And they make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
There he goes. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. on the snap. It's Price. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got it in the middle. It's Armstrong. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
First and 10.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Oh, by himself. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A great catch and run for 6. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Vanderbilt. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Got the first down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Hawkins. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Easy. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes a grab deep. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first day.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
While they dial up on second and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And wings it incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Makes the grab at the 10. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Release to the back. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Texas A&M offense will take over. First and
10. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Catch inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, that is just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Hawkins. Bringing the heat. This time he's got his man. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to throw it. Under fire. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot, and now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the run, it's Rodgers. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give out of the gun. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. Runs through the tackle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Throwing right. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Vanderbilt. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. The sure hands, it's Price. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here we go, here we go. Got it?
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Oh, they're after him. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air on second down. Firing to the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Williams. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
They want to run it left here. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Aggie. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
Turning it on! Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Right on the money. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Using his feet. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Finds his tight end. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
This quarterback part of their running game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I don't know if field position really matters on that one, right? I know they're on the plus side of territory, but 4th and inches, most offenses today are going to be going for it. They did. They execute the running play, and they keep the sticks moving.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rodgers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Makes the catch. It's Smith. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
17.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
You've got to be able to gang tackle this guy. We see it every week. He makes people miss, and you just saw it on that last play. He's unbelievable in the open field. He
ruins the big gator with a fumble. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. The 20. The inside touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
Texas A&M, 24.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To throw, it's St. Clair. Caught over the middle, it's Jacobs. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Wants to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Aggies! And the comeback is on. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Great place to start for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Thurman. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Buckeyes will try to punch it in on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Trying to find the end zone.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. On the move to his left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Hey, man, a lot of times sometimes late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he had it, the deep ball. There, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Right on target this time. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Texas A&M going quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the other?
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this two-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, hitting their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the 38.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Drop the football, and they'll over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Right back to him on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Maybe a bit of a gamble going for it on 4th and short from their own 46. Quarterback making adjustments. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. But forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. But 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. We need to go for it on 4th down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Here's a throw downfield late. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on.
they're down in possession and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The short hands, it's Johnson. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.